Hey guys, what's good? Mike here, Laker Talk. So in this video, I want to recap Game 1 of the NBA Finals. I'm going to touch on the Warriors and the Cavs a little bit. I'm going to touch on Steph and LeBron in particular. And I'm going to talk about the Lakers and how the Lakers kind of size up with these guys. Some good things that I'm seeing. Now, last night, Warriors take Game 1, beat the Cavs, I think by 15 or something like that. It was close. It was a good game to the very end. And kind of stretched it out a little bit. Interesting thing about this game, Steph and Clay didn't have a good game. They just had a poor game. Poor shooting night. They didn't even shoot the ball. A lot of it due to LeBron James' defense, which I'll touch on in a little bit. Warriors role players stepped up and just went nuts. As we all know, the Warriors are a better team than the Cavs, okay? We all know this. We don't have to go through the whole spiel. I call the Warriors like the perfect storm. They have the perfect amount of guys, all-stars, on really nice contracts, right? Freaking A. Steph Curry is still on a contract where he's going to make $12 million next year. We all know Steph Curry is worth $40 million a year to the Golden State Warriors, but he's going to make $12 million next year, all right? In the end, you can't pay all these guys, so it's going to be broken up soon. You're not going to be able to pay Clay max money. You're not going to be able to pay Draymond max money and Steph max money, etc. So you got all these nice all-stars, and then you got these ex-all-stars on the bench. Andre Iguodala, are you kidding me? An all-star? Barbosa, you remember Steve Nash turned him to a nice, almost potential all-star, six-man. Then you got Sean Livingston. We all remember. If you don't remember, Sean Livingston was supposed to be this all-star before he twisted his knee all up with the Clippers. And he's now balling, right? So you got all these guys. This is what I call, like, role players, they tend to play with house money, especially at home. When you have an elite team like the Warriors, the role players, when at home, they just play with house money. What that is basically like you go into a casino says, here is 100 grand. This is our money. You can't take it home. You can't even walk out with it. This is our money. But you can gamble with it. And whatever you win, you can keep. So basically, you got 100 grand and you're just like gambling, whatever. And whatever you win, you take home. If you lose anything, you didn't have any money anyway, right? So that's basically what the Warriors role players, they don't have any pressure whatsoever, and they balled out last night. They were not even stressed out. They weren't even defended that much, but they made some good plays. And we'll talk about Livingston in a little bit. But the interesting thing about the game was LeBron James' defense on Steph, okay? This right here, basically, LeBron James just basically shut up everyone about this Stephen Curry taking the crown of being the best player in the world. No. LeBron James, if you did not see the game, go and watch it. He basically didn't let Steph Curry even touch the ball. And when he did, he couldn't get his shot off, all right? LeBron James, the biggest, strongest, fastest, most dominant, can get his shot off anytime. He was pushing Clay around, and Clay is an elite defender, 6'7", big. He was pushing Clay around. He was pushing Draymond. Draymond's one of the best defenders in the league. He was pushing him. Yes, they swarmed LeBron James and kind of swiped at him a lot and kind of took the ball from him and things like that. Made it difficult for him, right? Warriors are an elite defensive team. But you saw when LeBron James one-on-one with anybody, he was able to get his shot off, able to take players to the hole. He's able to dominate the way he's capable of dominating, right? And he's an unselfish player, so he passes a lot. Kevin Love couldn't hit the shot, couldn't hit open looks. And, thing is about the Cavs, Kyrie can get his shot off anytime he wants, right? He's one of the best. He is the best ball handler in the league, and he's one of the best finishers at the rim. What he needs to learn to do is create for other players. I think J.R. Smith got, was it J.R. Smith? I forgot his name. Smith. He got like 3 shots. And Kyrie needs to create and give his teammates open looks, lobs and dishes and stuff like that, so that he can get more people involved. And I think the Cavs will come out with a better game in Game 2. As we know, Game 1, you can't put any anything on game one. We saw OKC get blown out by 40 against the Spurs, and they came back and turned around and with a complete new game plan and went bonkers, right? So we know the Cavs are going to watch the film, and as good as a defensive thing that they put on Steph and Clay, they're going to have to do that on the role players as well. But now, one of the things about the role players is that you saw that the length of like Sean Livingston and other players gave the Cavs some problems. And I love that about big guards. And we see that in D'Angelo Russell. We can see that in Brandon Ingram, right? These are tall players. And you notice that that's why OKC had a lot of good things going for them, because they had the length. I see the Lakers falling into that line with some of these tall players, especially D'Angelo Russell. He has a great mid-range game. We saw him kind of feature that last year as a rookie. I think as he gets more mature and understands that, hey, I'm taller than pretty much 95% of all these guards, he's going to be able to post up and really get his mid-range shot off easily, just like Sean Livingston is able to do. Sean Livingston obviously is a lot taller. I think it's 6'8" or whatever, and he has a longer arms. But as we know, D'Angelo Russell is a bigger guard pretty much than a lot of players out there. And I think we're going to see D'Angelo Russell feature that a lot, especially Brandon Ingram. I can see Brandon Ingram in that same light. He's going to be able to get his shot off, post up guys. And I like the way the Lakers are positioning themselves to fall in line with that type of those type of players, right? Obviously a lot more to do, a lot more players to acquire and things like that, but I like, in a sense, where the Lakers are going in that regards. What else? So, but in regards to LeBron and Steph, basically LeBron just straight up clamped on Stephen Curry. That tells me, and this is why I'm saying LeBron is better than Clay or than Steph. He is the most valuable player in the world, okay? Now, without LeBron on Steph is all universe, right? He can get his shot off, he can create, he can do everything, right? But you can't say that he is more valuable than LeBron. The Warriors as a whole has a better team than the Cavs, but LeBron one-on-one with Clay, he is the most dominant. And there's something about Steph that I don't like. Steph has this, I mean, this is the psychologist in me coming out. Steph has this entitlement attitude about him that I really don't like. And it's something that I think he has to deal with. You notice Steph, he's always pissed off when he's not doing well, even when his team is doing well. It's like he has this entitlement that he needs to be the best, or he needs to actually do well in order for him to feel good. He has something to prove, right? It's not like LeBron James. It's like LeBron James, if he scores 11 points, he's happy with that. He's happy that his other team got off, because he knows, he doesn't have a sense of entitlement in the sense that he knows that he's the best player in the world, that he doesn't have to show it all the time. It's like LeBron James always gave respect to Kobe Bryant. You notice that? In his entire career, as dominant as LeBron was, he always respected Kobe Bryant. He gave Kobe Bryant his love. He was like, he's one of the best. He's never said like, I'm better than Kobe, right? He always gave Kobe his shine, right? Steph, on the other hand, he's one of the best in the world, right? He's right up there with LeBron, okay? When LeBron's not in the picture, he's the best. He doesn't have to have the sense of entitlement. He could actually score 2 points, be all smiles, and know that because he was on the court, the other team had to defend him, and his other players were able to get off. But you can see Steph in a way that he's kind of upset. Even when Clay the other night scored 41, he asked the person in the interview, he was like, wait a minute, how many three-pointers did Clay have? He was kind of like this competition mode with Clay. And it's interesting. I've been following this a long time. I might be looking into this a little bit too much, but there's something there with Steph, that I don't like about this sense of entitlement. And that's why I don't like the Warriors to begin with. I want them to lose. So, though they're the better team, I think they'll end up probably beating the Cavs, but I do want them to win. And LeBron James is still hands down the most valuable player in the world as we speak. So that's my thoughts on the game. That's my thoughts on LeBron. That's my thoughts on the Lakers and how we size up with these guys in the future. And that's my thoughts. Hit me up in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for commenting, liking, and subscribing. Hit me up on Twitter at Mike Sports LA. Guys, we'll talk soon. Peace.